What's going on, Internet? Welcome back to another episode of Nerdlocker, a place for your inner nerd. My name is Brandon.
I'm Cubby.
And this is episode 98.
This week we're talking about James Bond Skyfall.
We talk about updates on a new Conan movie.
And we're also talking about XMen Days of Future Past.
What's wrong there, buddy?
Just watch the episode.
Let's get to it. Just like some of the other Call of Duty games, Black Ops 2 has released their new live-action, celebrity-filled commercial for Black Ops 2. And
it's like the new tradition for Call of Duty.
yeah, I kind of like it because it makes it look like,
It's fun.
God, what if I'm playing against Robert Downey Jr.
Oh
on
my
Xbox
God, you're
Live?
never going to play against Robert
You
Downey
don't know
Jr.
that?
No.
Okay, you know that.
No, you're not.
But either way, it looks like a fun commercial, and it kind of has me a little more into the game than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. You know, it has a lot of the cool little cool items you get to use in multiplayer and the story, and even shows off a little cool zombie stuff with even FPS Russia in there, which is really funny and cool. But I don't know, I'm getting a little like burnout, always like playing the same game. But there is a little news that we found out. This is actually something that we kind of expected was going to happen. It just wasn't being announced yet. But someone, a game journalist, actually met the guy that plays Captain Price in Modern Warfare, and he just was talking to him. Hey man, I'm a big fan of yours.
Oh, well,
I think you're awesome.
You're a big fan.
Hey, I'm Captain Price.
Guess where I'm headed
Chip
to?
Chop Chip, I'm making Modern Warfare 4. And he was like,
I'm a game
I work
journalist.
for game stuff, and you just gave me an ultimate scoop. So it's kind of awesome that he accidentally gave it away.
Yeah.
But at this point, we kind of expect it. So I don't know
just
what they're
love
gonna do.
that
I just
the
want
next Modern Warfare game, we're getting Captain Price in some form.
That's cool, but I want to know how they're going to make the game awesome and cool, because they need to keep doing it, because Modern Warfare is always better than Black Ops. I'm sorry.
I have to agree with you on that
sorry.
one. I've enjoyed Modern Warfare.
They have Black Ops, but Modern Warfare is cool. So let us know what you guys think. What are you playing if you're not playing Call of Duty anymore?
So it looks like recently Matthew Vaughn stepped down from directing X-Men Days of Future Past, and he is now being replaced by Bryan Singer.
Yeah, actually, I didn't know that, so I don't know why I'm surprised. But Bryan Singer, great director. He did X-Men 1 and 2, which really changed a lot of people's minds on superhero movies. A lot of people, thought those were really good, like, ensemble cast. I did. I thought it was just a great way to present that, and he set something up really great.
He made it possible for them to be taken seriously.
Yeah,
they weren't
totally.
campy anymore.
Totally. Yeah, like he set up a really good franchise, and then he got offered Superman. That's a really hard thing to turn down.
Yeah.
He totally took it. I understand I would have done it too, but I mean, you pass it off to Brett Ratner, and he did way too much coke and ruined this movie. So I really just don't. I've had a bad taste with it, so I'm excited to get Bryan Singer back in here. Got to get on the right track. That's all I want him to do.
Yeah, and I thought that X-Men First Class was good, but I think that this one's going to be great now that we've got Bryan Singer coming back, especially after all the other films kind of crumbled once he left. So I'm excited to see him come back
Can we
and
just say that's what it was?
yes,
Okay. Just say.
this is true.
Just saying.
We
Anyways, beyond that, it's cool that actually Matthew Vaughn is still going to stay on as producer, which Bryan Singer did for X-Men First Class.
So the roles are flipped?
Creative consultant, yeah. So it's kind of cool. They're still working together. They're still together and making all this awesome stuff. I'm just stoked to get like actual good storytelling back,
Yes.
actual good filmmaking back. That's what I feel is going to happen. But let us know what you guys think. Who do you think should direct X-Men? Because it's a really, really important franchise, and I really want someone awesome on it. So let me know, and I'll give them a call so they can direct it, not Fox.
Because you have all those connections.
Yes, I do.
All right, so Skyfall is coming out
Word.
next week. It hit theaters in London,
Yes.
and everybody's loving it. I thought it was pretty good. You check out my review online. But it looks like MGM is hitting the ground running now with James Bond. They're out of their financial troubles, and James Bond is a huge focus of what they're doing for the upcoming years.
Yes, they're actually going to be working on a lot more James Bond movies. After Skyfall, we got, I think it's going to be a two-parter, which is the first time it's ever happened in James Bond, which is really awesome. And then also, Barbara Broccoli was rumored to be talking with Idris Elba, who you guys might not know him, but he just was, this tiny little role in Prometheus, in Thor as Heimdall, and in freaking, what was that other one? Oh, Luther. Sorry, it's a show. I haven't seen it yet, but apparently it's awesome. So,
Yeah.
But anyways,
I like the idea that Daniel Craig only has a couple more James Bond films left. That's what he was signed to. So I like the idea that they're already looking for what's going to happen after Daniel Craig. I mean, that is just, they're really taking
We already have Barack
initiative.
Obama, first black president. Now we have Idris Elba, possibly our first black James Bond.
Will his name be James Bond?
Probably.
I think it'll be like, yeah, probably will.
It'll probably be James Bond.
Like I said, I just think this is a great attitude to have, and they're really looking that James Bond movies will be every other year. That's what they're shooting for, and yeah, that would be awesome. So.
And let us know what you guys think, and let us know if he's a racist for asking if James Bond can be black.
No, I just said his name. Wait, no, that's awful.
Cut.
No, I'm not. This is the most exciting news I've heard in quite a long time.
Yes.
But it looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger is back as Conan.
Yes. The Governor is coming back to his debut acting role. He's going to reprise it again in a movie that takes place 35 years after the first one. And it's ignoring Conan the Destroyer and the remake Conan the Barbarian.
Yes. And I guess they're kind of nicknaming this like Conan Unforgiven. Like it's going to be the Unforgiven movie for the Conan franchise.
Yes.
And I guess he's ready to go to Valhalla, but he's looking for one last giant battle.
He's at the end of his road, and I mean, if they're giving it the nickname of being like Unforgiven, you can kind of tell it's going to have some revenge. It's going to be some craziness going on in the beginning. Like he's set up his empire, his lands, you know, and how is that all going to be taken away from him? I want to know. I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I want to see Arnold Schwarzenegger split some skulls with some swords and some axes. Still be Mr. Universe and Mr. Alternate Universe as well. That's what he's going to be.
Yes.
Yes. So let us know what you guys think about some Conan action. Oh, the sword's going to probably do a song on the
Things
thing.
would be like slow motion, like the head.
Oh, sweet. God.
I love the original Fright Night from the 80s, and I happen to be a huge fan of the remake. But it doesn't look like anybody else was, and the last movie that came out kind of looked like the nail in the coffin for the Fright Night franchise.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, DreamWorks decided to scrap it because it didn't do anything for them, but some small company decided to pick it up.
And it looks like they're going to be doing a direct-to-DVD franchise with the name Fright Night. Sort of like Tales from the Crypt, it'll be the name of the movies, like it'll be Fright Night Presents, I'm assuming, something like that. But I'm okay with this idea.
My concern is that we're not going to get the cast. You know, we had a lot of awesome people in it, like David Tennant and Christopher Mintz-Plasse, and they were awesome. But stop it. You know, David Tennant was awesome in that movie.
Yes,
and
but
he
so
made
is
the whole
Colin
movie.
Farrell. But
no,
the thing
Colin Farrell.
I like about this idea is that we're not necessarily maybe going with the same characters. I mean, it looks like they could be doing standalone stories, like under the name Fright Night. Like,
Yes.
I like the idea of a new horror franchise.
My concern, though, is that if it's going straight to DVD, I don't know that we'll still get the same type of humor that we got, and that was what I really liked about this reboot. So I'm just on the fence about what we're gonna get, what the product will be.
I'm excited for the potential of a new horror franchise, new horror movies, and you know, we're thinking vampires. That they could not limit it to that. They could do 100 different.
And then it'll be like
stories.
Buffy.
No, let's hope it's not like Buffy or David Tennant. I'm just kidding. I love David Tennant. I just like picking on her. So let us know what you guys think in the comments below.
What's up, nerds? Brandon here, and my pick this week is Covers Volume 1 from Bayside. Bayside is an incredible band. I've talked about them before. I mean, everyone should be listening to them by now. But they put out a 5-song EP, some pretty cool covers. You got Costello, Del Shannon, the Ronettes. It's really cool. Buy it. It's $5 on iTunes.
Hey guys, it's Haley, and my pick this week is The Daily Writer by Fred White. It's a really good book for just motivating you to write. I've had really bad writer's block, and I've only gotten the chance to write from this 2 days. I've only been able to do 2 entries, but I already have it's just started getting my mind flowing. So if you are a writer and you just want little things to do every day, I recommend this book.
My pick this week is what I've been digging my face into my phone for, iHeartRadio, the app. It's very simple. You can go onto this app and choose some artists that you like, and then it finds similar artists and similar sounds much like Pandora. But the great thing about iHeartRadio is it also lets you listen to live radio stations, which is really cool, especially when I'm listening to my morning shows here locally, and I can get out of my car and continue listening to it on my phone. Really great app, so check out iHeartRadio.
All right, guys, so my pick this week is probably going to be a pick for a lot of other people. A lot of the other people are going to be talking about this, and it's going to be crazy, but it's with good right. Assassin's Creed 3 has one of the best opening of a video game I've ever played ever. It's just awesome. It has a great prologue, it's really expansive, and it shows you this story is going to be huge. And I was an Assassin's Creed hater for a long time. I'll admit it. I love this stuff now. I almost said a bad word. I love this stuff. Assassin's Creed 3 is awesome. Go see it. Play it. Do something with it.
All right, that is going to do it for episode 98 of Nerdlocker. But until next week, be sure to check us out on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, as well as nerdlocker.com for all your nerdy news. My name is Brandon.
And I'm Cubby.
And what is wrong? What was wrong? There was nothing wrong with the episode. You were happy the whole time.
Watch next week.
You guys have a nerdy week.